Okay. As far as I know, we are live. And we're trying to get this thing to show the chat, but for some reason I'm not getting any response on this app here, which is going to drive me crazy. So let me see if I can try to find out what's going on here. This video is kind of more of an impromptu thing. That's the 6-hour one. That's the other one. Okay. Let's see. I think it's this one. That's this one. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now I got the right one. Hi guys. Hail Mary to everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and today, of course, a lot of you are probably aware that we have 2 live streams coming up today, and I wanted to talk about both of them because they're both part of the same deal. That is, we're trying to cover more areas of interest. You know what? I never could understand why this thing seems like this thing is like lopsided. Okay, it's about as good as it's going to get. Because I have to remember when you scale the picture down, it's going to affect everything. And today, of course, a lot of you... So today, we've got 2 live streams scheduled. One is for the Facebookers. That reminds me, I should send this link out to them. Although, I'm not going to be able to actually talk with them. So let me copy this link to the Facebook linkers. And they'll go over to Facebook Messenger and pass this link out to them. So they know that we are on air. Let's go to my group here. Doing live show. Doing live short. Now, okay. I hate spelling on these phones. I really do. Okay. Poste. Send. Alright, so I wanted to try to get out to my groups first. We can kind of talk on the group, guys, if you want. That isn't necessarily impossible. But I'm going to be honest, it's going to be kind of awkward. But we can do it. So, let's see if I can try to get... We mentioned a few people trying to join in chat. So let's see if I can start a group call. Let's start with... Well, Sherry's usually the one that calls me, so I'll start a call with Sherry. And, so, let's ring all your phones and see how many answer. Yeah. Yeah, hold on a minute. Alright, so let me see if I can turn the speaker on here. Are you there, Sherry?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, I'm just saying hi to everybody on the Facebook Messenger tonight because we have an 8 o'clock Facebook Messenger group phone call, conference call like this, and we also are going to have the 10 o'clock YouTube live stream that is open to everybody who's on the Discord server and all the people that call in to the show tonight. So, let's see. How many people are actually on here right now? Because I have no idea how many people are on here. You can't tell?
Okay, I'm going on now to your live. How do I get on there?
How do you get off this?
How do I get on your live stream? Oh, I know how to get on your live
Just click on the link I just posted.
Something here now.
If you go to the group, okay? If you go to the group, you will see the link, which is called live06152018. Let's talk.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me.
Okay. The only thing is that I don't know if you're going to be able to talk to me at the same time.
Oh, I see it.
Okay. So if
Girl,
you,
give a thumbs up. You got a like.
but since we're sitting on the porch, there's no physical way to actually get everybody to call into the show because we don't have it set like we do in Discord because the main reason why I wanted to first of all particularly focus out to the message group is because so many of you guys in Messenger were often kind of not sure if you wanted to be part of the YouTube streams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wanted to allow some of you guys to talk about your thoughts of what you've been listening to on the YouTube streams. I don't even know how well this sound is going to come out on this live stream here, but so I wanted to know was you watched the live streams that have been on YouTube, like the one that was done by R11H30 yesterday. And you know that the stream we talked about, well, we know on the stream we talked about, for example, my Asperger's, what's also known as autistic spectrum disorder. And I wanted to let everybody know, and I'm going to mention this tonight on the YouTube stream also, is I talked to my case manager, and she did agree that because of my visual eyesight, it's really hard because not too many people that are involved with DMIS, that's Connecticut Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, are legally blind, in addition to had some autistic spectrum disorder at the same time. And that she agreed that maybe it would be better to refer my case to the Department of Board of Education Services for the Blind because she understands that some of the visual cues that I miss is due to my eyesight. And so I wanted to ask the group of what their take on it was. But unfortunately, I don't think all of us are going to be joining on a phone call. And even if they did, I think it was way too many people. You know what I'm saying? Sherry, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she already switched over to the chat. Oh, she did. Okay, so what we'll do is, let's see, is there anybody else here? You, Sherry, is the only one that's on the group call. So what I'm going to do, group callers, is I'm going to go switch this thing over to the YouTube chat. So please click on the little blue subscribe NASQ button to join on YouTube, because that way I can actually focus on just one screen instead of two. Okay, so let me do that right now. Let me go back to my other screen and focus on the chat on YouTube, and that way I don't have to focus on too many screens at one time. There's a reason I'm doing it this way, so let's go and switch this into, come on. Okay, got it? Okay, so here comes Mr. Laugh says, okay, here it says, MMD Archive says is I don't have enough service to watch this video, but I can chat for some reason. Can you fill me in the highlights? Okay, here's what's talking about. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about kind of continuing where R11H30 and I was going to talk to me about last night. That's part of it. Because he wasn't able to reach me because of phone problems. And I wanted to be part of that, but we couldn't reach through. So tonight's 10 o'clock stream for the YouTubers is going to be focusing on the R11H30 conversation. Hopefully, R11H30 can have a conversation at 10 o'clock. Because I know he works and he goes to the gym. So I didn't want to take up his whole entire day. But everything that, is... his work and things, and he needed to be able to come home, shower, and eat. So I said, we'll make it at 10 o'clock. So it's kind of like a redo of last night's stream, except hopefully this time we'll be able to get more people into the Discord and be able to reach more people that way. Okay, so let's go. So let's see what this says here. Okay, I see Mr. Lev. Hello, Michelle. And then of course, out on the wire says, I will not be able to attend tonight. I'm having some friends over. Okay. Hi, Mr. Laugh. Hi, out on the wire. Out on the wire says, sure thing, MMD. Out on the wire, MMD Michelle want our thoughts on her live streams. No, actually, this is more of a discussion on last night's live stream, because unfortunately no one got a chance to ask me a question. Facebook group watching this as well, so that the Facebookers can be part of this as equally. So it'll be easier to try to reach both groups at the same time. So this is kind of more of a heads up get together to let everybody know we're all on the same page with scheduling, because I know it can get really confusing when you've got two different streams going at the same time. Since obviously the group chat call, I'm not really listening to on that, I'm just going to go ahead and end the group call, because that is not working out right now. Nobody's listening. So I'll just jump between the two. Okay, that'll need some posts. The latest updates. Ooh, see latest updates. That's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, so let me go back to the YouTube. So last night, R11830 hosted the stream, and what happened was he had, unfortunately, his video was hogging up his entire bandwidth. So there wasn't enough bandwidth available for Discord. Well, tonight we're going to be, as I said, we're going to redo it. Because, as he pointed out, as I'm pretty good at keeping everybody on the same page. So I'm going to try to do it tonight as well. She wants a discussion on last night's live stream. That's right. Because I didn't get a chance to join it. But I also want to let you guys know that I just talked to my case manager today. And one of the things that my case manager agreed is that their program really doesn't know how they can help a person who is visually impaired with Asperger's, because of the fact that they're focused more on mental health and bipolar and people who are schizophrenic, which I'm not. Although some would say otherwise. Okay, the point is that's not the point. And she says it's really hard because when it comes to social cues, you often miss them. R11830 mentioned that during the ice cream social, so we already know that. And I wanted to ask all of you is if you have any suggestions of how I can work on improving my ability to improve my ability to pick up on social cues, as well as other issues related to autistic spectrum disorder. And while we are going to go more in detail about that tonight, I want to give you some time to think about those questions, and at the same time give you my daily vlog, which is I'm going to do it this way, because I don't really have a lot of space in my phone to store 10 long vlogs. So let's start with the basics of the vlog. Right now, the weather outside is mild. It's going to get really hot this weekend out. And I'm going to be honest, is Monday is going to be hot enough that I do not know if I'm going to be able to physically make it to the soup kitchen, because it's going to be a high of 37 degrees Celsius. When it gets that hot, it is extremely bad for me health-wise to be out and about in that kind of temperatures. And part of it is because I'm out of shape, but part of it's also because I'm heat intolerant, because my body is designed for colder climates. And so I don't know if I'm going to be at the soup kitchen or not, which kind of sucks. So I just want to make sure you understand that. And there's also been I noticed that several people actually came to me on chat or on email and apologized for that they did not really keep much in mind about my Asperger's. Originally when they were razzing me, and I accepted their apologies. I said, it's okay, and I understand that you weren't trying to be mean or anything, but it is hard, because I'm not going to give names and I'm not going to give details and messages because that's not the point. I know that some of the people thought this channel was supposed to be a situation comedy channel, and it's not. It was actually a channel was designed to be kind of exploring what's going on in my life and how I see the world, the things I do, how I repair things. And it seems like one of the biggest things I cannot physically easily repair is me. When it comes to my Asperger's, I am sometimes not sure exactly if I'll ever be statistically normal. If you get my drift, it's like I don't know how to be statistically normal, if you know what I'm saying. So I just find it kind of hard. I know that we sometimes jokingly talk about other people on this channel that have the same condition, but I wish to God I was more statistically normal according to the bell-shaped curve, but it seems like I'll never be, no matter what I do. Because, like it's pointed out, is because of my eyesight and the way I walk, the way I shuffle on the ground, because of some injuries in the past, I really am quite noticeable. Yet, it seems kind of funny that here in Winsted, I blend in with the crowd. I don't know how that is, how I can blend in with the crowd and yet be so obviously different. It kind of confuses me. So tonight, between the two groups, I'd love to see the Facebookers on the 10 o'clock show. I don't think they will be on the 10 o'clock show. They watch it, but they don't usually participate. So unfortunately, I don't really get a chance to hear them. And they know me really well. Okay? If you go to my Facebook Messenger group, they know me well. Okay? And I would love to have them on the YouTube 10 o'clock show. But it's so late for them that they're not going to be able to make it tonight. Unless, and I might consider doing this, but it might kind of confuse everybody's schedule, is if I had an 8 and a 10 o'clock YouTube channel show. So the question is how can we continue to share information and maybe come up with some ideas of how we can try to overcome my limitations and oblivious nature to social cues. I know I'm going to listen and see what comments you guys got to say, because okay. Michelle, you're going, okay. I am giving MMD a play-by-play report on this chat. Michelle does not want her channel to be sitcom. No, I understand that there's going to be some humor. I understand that humor is essential. Does she want her channel to be just dead? No. She wants to be a normal, but she realizes she is not. MMD Archives, nobody watches for the weather or tech news. It's for the quality stuff you say and do. Right, I understand that, but, what exactly is, how am I supposed to respond to that? I mean, this quality of the stuff I say and do, I'm just being me. I'm not trying to actress on TV, trying to ham it up for the audience. But I think that it seems like people don't really get to know my intelligence. I spend I love learning. I love studying a subject. And that's the reason why I'm trying to find out how can we balance the two where both camps can enjoy some of my humor, my witticisms, as well as some of my educational skills as well. That's what I'd like to know, how we can do that. Let's see. Nobody, okay, I bet that already. MMD, remember when Michelle asked for advice and got upset with us? MMD archives, the circle stays unbroken out on the wire. We have seen many of these cycles, and she will not allow herself to succeed. She must self-destruct. Michelle is afraid of change. A lot of people with Asperger's are, by the way. R11H30, sorry to interrupt, but I will be doing a test stream later on my channel to test my desktop audio and bandwidth. Feel free to join if you keep it running longer than the people join. Okay, absolutely. And you know what? Just remember our 11H30, what I said is you need, I don't know how fast your internet is. I don't know if you're getting internet off satellite, or if you got fiber, or if you're using DSL, whatever your internet connection may be. But let's say, for example, just to answer this technical question for some people who may not think about how this works with bandwidth. Let's say, for example, let's take my internet connection. Right now, we're doing this on T-Mobile in part, but we also are doing part of this on Frontier as well. In the case of the Frontier side of it, we have the chat. I'm reading your chats in Frontier, but I'm uploading the stream video on T-Mobile. So one phone's on Frontier, one phone's on T-Mobile. If you are using a single network connection for both, remember the video is going to take the majority of your stream. Since the images, our 11H30 was using was mostly static images, if your stream is 1 megabit per second, I would say allocate no more, since we're talking about static image, than 600 kilobits per second for the image, resolution of 640 by 480, and a frame rate of probably 30 frames per second or less, since it's static away with 10, 15 frames per second, because it's not going to matter. It's just a static image. The main thing is to give room for the overhead, such as name servers and routing information that gets tossed along between Discord, YouTube, and chat comments. So, say 600 kilobits for the video, 400 kilobits for audio and overhead. Is starting to upload anything else at the same time, which is fine. It was only your computer. But obviously, if you are on this cell phone network, you will want to make sure that your cell phone network people, you have no control over them, so you have to keep that in mind. Now, I'm on LTE, so that's not normally a big deal. But if the tower gets really congested, it will slow me down. So just keep that in mind, that you want to at least leave about 400 kilobits per second available for overhead and sound. That's the real good guideline right there. All right, so next thing. Okay. Let's see, where is it? What she's saying now, it's fast. I can't make it R11, but I enjoyed last night. I kind of enjoyed it too in the rerun. I didn't really get a chance to catch the beginning. He said, back a little bit here, it says, sorry to interrupt, but I will be, says, I'm down, Rich. Out on the wire, I can't make it R11, but enjoyed last night's replay. MMD archives, what she's saying now. R11H30 says it's fast. Out on the wire says nice text stuff, more text of MMD about streaming. MMD archives, geez, she needs an editor to cut all of this out. No one wants to hear it. Yep, a lot of nothing right now. Though she does know her stuff, when it comes to streaming, I will say that it is boring. That's because you guys are not engineers. If you guys were engineers, you'd be eating this up like ambrosia. Trust me. It's part of the trade. And he says she's very knowledgeable with this stuff. Exactly the point. That's the main thing. Is that I noticed that no one ever, even in all the live streams I have ever done, everybody thinks that this literal hillbilly is as dumb as a rock. Or at least they imply I'm dumb as a rock. I'm not. And I wish sometimes, I want to help people with technical issues when I can. And I'd like to get people to know me for more than just one thing. Like I said, I understand where people enjoy the comedy and the funniness. I don't mind the comedy and the funniness. I do wish people did recognize that I have a brain up here. And I enjoy sharing knowledge. So anyway, I gotta go quick take a look here at the Facebook Messenger chat messages too, because they're also watching this stream, and I don't know if they're on the same chat as we are. Right now, I don't see anything on them, so they might be watching this on YouTube. So since I got your attention, does anybody have any questions that I would like to ask me now before the 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock streams tonight? R11E30, I will help you with your test stream. Send me a link to your Discord and that you're going to be using, and I will participate in your test stream for that. So, Michelle, I donated to Lumi on CashApp. Okay. Well, you realize that's not my Lumi. So, I don't know who you actually send your donation to. I'm not on CashApp. I don't know who put that money up there, but I'm not. Right now, Michelle is the one that does the budgets. So whoever you sent the money to, your money is long gone. Absolutely. Last night is that Lumi is not my Lumi. That's Lumi number 2. That's the other Lumi. If you sent money to that Lumi, I don't get any money because Lumi has no CashApp program. That's one thing I'm concerned about. I'm really sorry about that, but no one actually thought of that. Lumi does not have a CashApp account. No. So I'm trying to say MMD archives. I wish that you had known that. Well, that's great, but that doesn't help me or my Lumi because we don't get anything out of it. The other Lumi is getting rich by duping you guys. If you want to send money to me and want to make sure me and my Lumi get it, it's $ MicheleMarieDalene. Let me type it in here in the note here where to send it to, just so you understand, because there's 2 Lumis. I have one. I know you don't. I do. So, Michelle. No, there's no space. I know. Oh, why do you always spell Michelle like Mucinex? I don't know. I just do. Oh, yeah. Well, at least you didn't do that in the video. Yeah, I think that was confusing. I-E-D-A-L-E-N-E. MicheleMarieDalene. That's me and my Lumis. The other Lumi, okay, because my Lumi does not have a CashApp key. No, we decided not to do that because Michelle takes care of the money. Because it's easier that way because her name is on the body. Her body has the legal cred. I don't have the legal cred, so Michelle has all that. So she has the bank accounts and stuff. So I'm sorry if you guys did not know that. And I just wanted to make sure you guys got that right. I'm sorry that you fell for the other Lumi's situation. And that's something I'm going to have to fix tonight. I'm going to have to update the donation end screens to give up the actual CashApp key, because some people probably are getting mixed up with the other Lumi doing that. And so whoever sent money to the other Lumi Fenestra, your money is long gone. I don't think you can get it back. I'm sorry, I did not have any control over that. Just next time, people will have to be careful about it. They just have to be careful, guys. There's a lot of spoofers out there, and they'll take any handouts they can, and I'm sorry that was not mine. And I don't even have to take care of all the money. Well then, you guys are going to have to figure that out. So, yeah, that is sad. But you know what? There's a whole lot of people in this world that will do whatever they can to get a freebie. We all know that. And so, if you're not sure, you should always contact Michelle on YouTube here. Okay? Because her email, she has posted her email many, many times so that you can find out the actual facts about the donations and money. So, I'm sorry that the other Lumi snowed you, but that's not us, and we want to make sure that you understand that. Right. Well, I'm sad for you guys, because that means that the money that you gave out is money you don't have for yourself, because you gave it to somebody who clearly was not the intended recipient. And I just feel bad that I did specify mine, but I mean, I haven't been pushing it hard enough. I did talk about it yesterday afternoon in the vlog, but obviously the other Lumi decided to play the same game. You think she actually has that? I mean, that's a good question. Does she actually have that key already assigned? Or was she just making up that key to be funny? Because if the key is not really true key, the money is probably sitting in limbo. If she really is a real person, of course, you can bet she's going to cash out. That's just a fact. They're going to cash out because, hey, it's free money. They're going to take it. Well, okay. But, I mean, I just want you to remember that we don't know anything about the other Lumi at all. We don't know any of the backstory of this person. So, I just want to make sure that we understand each other. So obviously, for the future, on the live stream at the end, on the title page, you're going to put the CashApp information and put back your email addresses and things like that. You know what, I absolutely agree 100%. I'm going to have to leave my addresses and your information there, because if this person, I mean, was doing this to be funny, okay, it's going to be a problem, because the legitimate people are going to be angry, saying that I got the money when I didn't get the money, if they're really trying to aim for us. Right, so we have to find a way to make sure that they can confirm the authenticity of the person they're sending money to. And we know PayPal, associated with both of our Gmail and your Yahoo addresses, is valid and working. Right. there is this other one is kind of vague. Anybody can come up this list of a paper trail, which is, I guess, is an advantage for some things, but that's just a sad fact that, is this more and more opaqueness. There's going to be more and more people taking advantage of other people and other people's generosity. And so that's what I'm saying, is you got to be careful with that, guys, because there really are some really, really very people without a lot of scruples that will do that to another person. And it's just a shame. But honestly, I can't help, I can't do anything about it. Except to say is that I really am sorry that that has happened to you guys. Well, what do you guys think about it then? I mean, obviously, if what is being said is true, if this is what the person has done, if this is what has happened, how do you feel about it? How does this make you feel as a potential participant in that, thinking that the money was going to go to me and Lumi, and finding out that the money is going to somebody else that claims to be Lumi but may not be Lumi? Right. Good question. Good question. At this point, it sounded like it. That's just my opinion. Maybe I don't know. I'll leave that to you guys, but please, you need to make sure to keep the money sorted out, because I don't want to have someone say to me, like they did a couple months ago, "Hey, I sent you $1,000. Where did it go?" And I'm like, I'll probably end up saying, "Well, what do you mean you sent me $1,000? I never got $1,000." And then, of course, to find out, I sent it to Sharp, $, the real Lumi finish draw, and you never got it. I'm like, of course you never got it, because that's not our account. It's too easy to easily send the money to the wrong people. Absolutely, and that's an issue. Yeah, it's going to a real person named the real Lumi finish job, but that's not us. If you really want to send money to that individual, that's great. I'm not going to stop you. But I'm just saying is that because it's not us, we need to make sure that we notice that there's a difference. As I said earlier, because my Lumi does not run a CashApp account. So let me just rehash mine just so you understand it. That's because this is important. It is so easy. It's easy. It's MicheleMarieDalene space. Please spell it right. MARIE. Oh, you're double checking those cases, right? Yep. DALENE is our account. Okay. Let me make sure I got this right. Or, might as well give you this money. Or, you can send it to PayPal. Might as well, I still have that. At BICHA3. You keep forgetting that this is not the iPhone. I know. BICHLA3 at gmail.com. Let's see. GMAIL.COM. BICHLA3 at gmail.com. Just make sure I got the cases right. Send. Alright, so that's where you can send money to, and those two accounts are verified. So you can make sure that any money that you send gets to me. If you'd rather send it to my Gmail, which is also my email address, that works out better for everybody, because you now know that anybody else that does not say Michela3@gmail.com, or yes, I do have a Michela3@yahoo.com as well, which is also valid. You can also send it to that PayPal as well. That is important to remember. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Because it's important to make sure. There's a lot of people in the world who will try to deliberately scam somebody, and that really are scammers. And you gotta be careful. I really do. I learned that the hard way, guys, long ago. It's bad enough sometimes when you get your email address wrong and you send it to somebody, maybe you spell it wrong or whatever. But it is a serious issue that needs to be kept in mind. Alright, so let me just wrap this up, because it is 4:27 local time, and I didn't intend to be on this long. Let's see. If it led to Lummy's page, ? I had videos. It shows she was begging for money. It seemed like Lummy, looked like Lummy, sounds like Lummy. Okay. So it's not a fake. It's not necessarily a fake channel. What I'm trying to say is that that CashApp account is not our account. That's all I was trying to say. Okay. I'm thinking that might be a bad choice for a donation site, because the reason is that there's no way to buy or verify easily. I agree with you. Like I said, you want this opaque nature, but it also opens up the door for fraud, and I think we need to be careful of that. So please email me before you send any money. If you have sent money to me in the past, I will personally do my best to get back in contact with you to confirm if I got the deposit. If I don't know your email address, I will post a message on these vlogs and let you know I've got your donation and give you a thank you note. I don't know what CashApp's policy is regarding this, so this is all new to me. I'm more familiar with PayPal's policies than this CashApp thing. So just be aware of that. Be careful, okay? Also, there is a local scam running around in my area, and probably other areas too, of banks saying account or debit card is likely to be closed out because of some excuse, yada 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 yada. Tell you to go to this special website, special toll-free number, which is actually run by the scammers themselves, that will take your debit card number and your bank account routing number, and then they will file a wire transfer and suck your account dry. This is my bank has sent me a message about that and said, if you have any suspicion that your account is supposedly in trouble, immediately call your own bank's office that you know in the phone book. So if you are in Winston Bank, please call the Winston Bank for Northwest Community Bank. Do not just call the toll-free number or whatever number they give you. You go to your local bank and double check with your local bank to avoid getting scammed. And that is another thing, make sure in mind. There's a lot of hungry scammers out there. They will take your money. Absolutely. Alright, so, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know. Well, how would she know if she doesn't check? Lemmy could be doing, because I don't have a CashApp. There is Michelle's. We both agreed on that. Michelle also takes care of the PayPal money as well. There's no other account. I don't do one. Michelle only is the one that has it. And I never ever thought about trying to start up my own because of the fact is that it goes under, potentially could go under RICO. And I don't think Michelle wants to get involved with RICO. Nope. I don't want to get involved with any kind of racketeering charges. I'm just trying to keep things legitimate here. And that's why, since I have a birth certificate, I have a social security card, and I have proof of American citizenship, that's why I take care of the money. Right. Besides, I don't want to deal with the bullshit anyway. Okay, so, alright, so for now, guys, I'll see you guys tonight at 8 o'clock. Given this kind of discussion, there is going to be going back to the original end off screen. I don't think I have to worry so much about swatting. I don't think swatting is really a big issue. If the police ever showed up at my door, obviously I would let them in, they could check it out, and obviously they would see that I didn't call them and that they really will just quietly just put a note on it that someone else called them. Kind of like the Aaron Jones did to my mother, which I thought was kind of disgusting. But you know what? I still think about that, and it still kind of pisses me off. But the point is I really rather see you be able to find a paper trail. Everything I do, I want it to be documented, clarified, quantified, and that there's no phony baloney, like Pete from the CP2 would say. So if anybody has any questions, concerns, gripes, kudos, whatever, please do contact me. Facebook Messenger group, please contact me. If you got any questions, anybody's got questions, I will give you all the contact ways you can reach me as needed, so you will always be able to reach us. And so that means we're going to go back to the original log off screen with all the details, and of course the CashApp edition. And of course the CashApp edition. We don't want any more of this mistakes, and we don't want to have anybody have these problems ever again. Okay, for you guys, it really is hurt. It really, really is sad. I really think it's sad because, you know, for some, all of you work hard for your money, and I don't think if you were trying to help somebody and the wrong person gets help because they took advantage of the situation, that's just plain disgusting. I don't care who it is. Okay, if you meant to help the real Lumi, and that's fine. If you want to help somebody else, that's fine. But you should be make sure your help gets to the one you intended to get the help to. Okay, so that should take care of it for now. Alright guys, keep, yes, MMD, congratulations with the marriage. I hope you and your spouse will have a happy and long and fruitful marriage, and maybe you'll have beautiful children in the future. I just want to let you know that. I will see all of you guys on Facebook Messenger tonight for the chat, which I probably will not be mirroring that on YouTube. Come on, give me a break. I've got enough things going on here. And then, of course, at 10 o'clock, we have the YouTube chat, which will be mirrored on Discord, and I know R11HV says he wants to test his chat. So we will see if we can test all the stuff ahead of time for everybody. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and end this now. Because the way this buffers, I got to turn the screen to something hopefully exciting. Sorry, ain't going to miss you to see. Well, you're not going to turn it towards the underwear. No, of course not. Alright, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.